Good morning, my loves. Buongiorno. I am here today in the beautiful, beautiful Villa Borghese. I'm here in one of my favorite spots. This is a really cool statue of a gorilla. Like a fighter gorilla, not like the monkey gorilla. It's probably my husband's favorite statue in Rome, which I think is fascinating. And it's right next to this really, really beautiful, beautiful portico with another statue in the middle, which might be my personal favorite place in Rome. I think one of the things that I love so much about Rome is this juxtaposition of the old and the new. It's so cool to be driving in a taxi and drive right by the Colosseum. It's amazing. It feels so vibrant and alive and deep. It's just a really, really cool, beautiful place to be. So, yesterday we talked about rebellion. That sort of hot, sexy emotion that can feel a little bit uncomfortable sometimes. That's okay, because growth and change, which is what that feeling often evokes, growth and change can be uncomfortable. That's fine. It's just new stuff coming out. So that rebellious color often has the color of red associated with it. Okay, so that's usually the color that is put with it. And this is from years of research into just people associating emotions with colors. And it's been known actually for quite some time, this color association with emotions. If you would like to know more about this, a really, really great movie to look at here is a movie called Inside Out. It is a Pixar movie, so it's kind of ostensibly made for children, and it is just amazing. It's so well done. It's one I always recommend to my trainees and clients because it is a really amazing depiction of what's going on inside of our heads, inside of ourselves. And it's based on the most recent neuroscience on what kind of drives us. So our emotions in this movie are sitting at the control center. Why are they sitting at the control center? Because our emotions are actually the things that make decisions for us, or that we use to make decisions. They're kind of in the driver's seat, which is a cool place to go, as long as we know that. We talk about this, we'll say these words. We'll be like, well, I don't know, I just kind of had a gut instinct to do that thing. What is that? That's our emotions. We know also from medical research that our emotions are made in our intestines. Such a cool place to go. That's our gut instinct about something. So, emotions are very, very powerful and can be used in such powerful ways. Do you know who else knows about this? Marketers know about these colors. Am I going to blame marketers or the media for anything? No, that's a weird place to go. No, I'm not. I am just bringing it to that consciousness level that they too know about these emotions. They too know about these colors that are associated with it. So that if I, for example, want to feel motivated, if I want to like work out, maybe lose some weight, I'm going to feel very drawn to things that are red because it evokes that motivational energy inside of me. Is this a problem? No, it's great, because then I'll know which products are going to answer my desires, what I want on the inside. The issue is that I have to be consciously aware of this in order to play a part in that decision-making process as well. So if I know that red is usually associated with that feeling on the inside of me, and if I actually know what that feeling on the inside of me is, then I can look at those products, I can look at those things out there and be like, do I want to be a part of that? I don't know, maybe I do. It just gives me consciousness to my choice making. And that is where we have great power. That's when we get to create the new that we want to create, as opposed to just kind of unconsciously being moved about by our emotions that we don't really understand. So right now, there's a lot of change that's happening. It's really cool to see. So the question is to ask, what is the old that we want to keep? And what is the new that we want to create? It's not a question of blaming, because it would be really weird, wouldn't it? It would be really weird if the gorilla that's here behind me looked at this and was like, darn you for being there, why are you there? You shouldn't be there, let's tear you down. That would be weird, wouldn't it? And it would be a loss, actually, because it's beautiful. And there's goodness that comes from that old thing that's there. It would be also a shame if the gorilla never came around. It would be a shame if this beautiful statue was never here. My husband would be less happy. So it's more a question of finding those synergies. What is the old that we do want to keep? What is the new that we do want to create? I don't know. I think that it's kind of a little bit different with synergies for every single person. And the question isn't about whose fault it is or blaming or any of that kind of stuff, because that would be odd. It's about, what do I want to do? And as soon as we know what's going on inside of ourselves, we can make those decisions with power and know where to go. Cool place to be. So if you've ever watched Inside Out, you know that there are a couple of other emotions in there. So I'm going to be talking about that a little bit more later on in the next couple of days. And in the meantime, it's an invitation to think about those emotions. How does each one feel on the inside of you? What is the color that you associate it with? Because it could be different for you. And what's the new that you're looking to create? And the old that you cherish and keep? All right, there you go. Have a beautiful day. Enjoy this incredibly glorious day that we have been given. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.